So slow tonight. Aren't we all, though?
Da 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 dee da 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 da.
You know, I was fine till about 7:50,
Uh-huh.
and then I almost fell asleep.
Uh-huh. Type something in there, baby.
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
You don't have your glasses. You want to go get them? Do you want to go get them?
If you want me to type, probably.
Okay, so you probably ought to go get them.
I think I typed howdy. I can't tell.
Well, we'll
I can't
see.
read it from here.
Well, we'll see. All right. Da 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 da. La da da dee 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 dee. I got some lovely stuff to show y'all tonight. How many projects do you have going at one time? I guess that's kind of the danger of at times with stuff like this. It's so easy to start projects, isn't it? It's so easy. It's so easy. One, it's really, really easy to want to start a project. That's the easiest thing of all. I want to do it, right? Hello, Scud Fisher. Hello, Ptolemachus. David Lowe says, too many. And then it's also easy to start projects. Like that's next in line, it's so easy to get started, right? Because it's that excitement, it's that adrenaline and endorphins or whatever it is, that rush of starting a new project. So exciting to start something new. And then comes the work of actually getting it done. That's
The ideas are fun.
Yeah, that's the tough part. So yeah, I got a couple projects laid out on the table right now. And the really tough thing about it is that, I really ought to be working on the magic rules. Really ought to be working on Tomb of the Serpent. Really ought to be working, there's like a log list of Pulp Alley stuff that I ought to be working on.
But what are we working on instead?
What am I working on instead?
Tell me.
I'm cutting little pieces of wood.
Oh.
I'm cutting little tiny pieces of wood. So I decided I wanted to expand on my fort. So I want to extend.
Are you going to be a lumberjack? Is that your new?
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day.
Tell me more about your wood.
Yeah. So right now I'm laying out lumber, cutting lumber here in my lumber mill.
Yeah.
Going at it, cutting away. And so this stack here represents one of these wall sections, one of these 4-inch wall sections right here.
Okay.
Is made up of one of these and 3 of these and one of those and one of those and 13 of these and 13 of those. And I think that's about it. There's a couple maybe extra pieces, but so I got enough cut so far to do 2 more walls because I already did. What are you doing over there, lady? Hey, lady.
What?
Hey.
I wanted water and then I got distracted by your ginormous bottles of Bubby's sauerkraut.
You want to show him? Go get one. Go get one. Who likes Bubby's sauerkraut? Any fans of Bubby's out there? If you're not, you ought to be. Bubby's sauerkraut. Bubby's sauerkraut, boys and girls.
Boobies? Bubbies?
Bubby's.
Bubbies.
Bubby's sauerkraut. Yes, indeed. That's what you ought to be getting.
Or,
You can put this on your hot dogs. You can put this with your sausage. You can put this with your pork. You know, you can't go wrong with Bubby's. Bubby's will treat you right.
I've never heard
It's
of
the
such things.
good stuff. It's the good stuff. The good
But
stuff.
we have not one, but 2 jars in just the Pulp Alley mini fridge. I don't know why.
Careful with that. Both hands, lady. Both hands. If that breaks, it's coming out of your check.
You don't pay me.
I'd
I'd put in more effort if you paid me.
Huh. Yeah. I hear that a lot, but
I might be here at 7:57 if you paid me. Instead of
Yeah.
7:50.
yeah, people
Nine?
that show little interest in actually doing anything don't actually get paid.
Well, that's not true. Based on
Um,
my experience, there's plenty of people that show little interest that get paid.
Oh, that is true. Down where you work?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got that going, and then I also have this going, so you can see this monstrosity over here. Check this out, lurking just over the wall.
Oh.
What is that? What is? Yeah, okay. So there's an obsession. I have a problem. The first step to recovery is admitting that you have a problem. So
You
yeah.
say that,
So
but I feel like you continually acknowledge it, but you never actually do the work to fix
So
it.
I got some baddies
Are you
going.
going to talk about your paint tray?
Oh, do you want me
Your
to?
poppable.
You want me to?
Well-
I'll talk about my paint tray if you think that's necessary. I also got these lovelies. So I'm thinking that I'd like to do something with some hobbits.
Hobbitus?
I'd like to do like a Middle Earth setting. Have some Middle Earth
Are we
style
allowed to say that?
adventures in Pulp Alley. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm allowed to say it. Give me this one. Look at these lovelies. Some lovely trolls. Some
Oh.
lovely Oh, careful.
Oh,
Did
dear.
you see that? He struck out. He lashed out at him. These are lovely. These are by the folks over there at the North Star. So 3 lovely trolls. And somewhere around here, and I haven't actually got any paint on him yet, but I do in fact have. You want to see it?
Aww.
Bessy's looking at it. She wants to see. But check this fellow here out. A lovely hobbitses. A lovely, lovely hobbitses. So really, really neat. Really neat. So and I thought, my fort would work for that too. My fort would work for that.
Yeah,
I think it would
absolutely.
work for a Middle Earth sort of stuff. All those goblinses, use it for orcses or whatever. Put a hobbit out there, have some humans, whatever. I may try and get like enough halflings or hobbits to do like a small halfling adventuring party. Would that be fun?
That would be fun.
That would be
You
fun.
know I'm a sucker for that.
That would be fun. Like Mary, Pippin, and
Sam and Paul.
yeah, wouldn't that be cool? That would be fun. That would be fun.
Of course it would be fun. I only watched the extended editions. Why would you watch the
a moose can't get Cunars in Canada. When I might become a dictator, probably mandatory. Yes. Yes. Let the bean flow.
You know what? Just for you, if I ever become dictator, I will make that happen.
I am a big fan of Cooner beans. Cooner beans.
I thought you were going to say dictators.
Big fan of dictators. Taters of the dicks.
Whoa,
This is actually one of my favorite dark red kidney beans. I love these, but they're becoming really, really scarce, and I have not been able to find these in the local
It's been a long
grocery
time.
stores for like probably a
A
year or
year,
two.
yeah.
Yeah, probably a year or
Of
two. I could
course,
find the black beans.
still has some in there.
I still have some in here. I may have to break down one day and actually go into these, but
No, you
um,
can't. Can't ruin it.
I know it. I know it. So anyway, so projects. How many projects do you guys have going right now that um too many things going that I shouldn't be doing? But I was thinking trolls and hobbitses. I don't know. Do we want to have dwarves or just hobbitses?
I think I love a good dwarf.
You know, we could do like the what are you
Is
looking
that
at?
your list of lists?
You don't need to worry about what I look at. So I was thinking that I wanted to make like a stone keep, maybe for this little outpost thing, or I don't think I want a wood keep. I think I'd really like to. I guess maybe I could do it like an expanded version of these towers and do it with like a stone base and then wood walls going up, half of it stone or less than half, just a foundation of stone and then wood on top of that. I don't know. I would rather do for the keep. I think I would rather do it
Yeah.
in stone. So, is there a good stone keep out there so I don't have to actually build it myself? Is there a good stone
Have
keep
Jerry
out
do it.
there? Have Jerry build it. Yeah, might have to do that. I'll go over and look at things from the basement. Might go look at their stuff and
Oh.
see what they have. Anybody have a recommendation for a stone keep? Inexpensive. Keep it on the low side as far as the money. I don't want to be blowing money on it.
You want to
You
talk
should.
about the money blown on your goblins?
Yeah, that's pretty cheap. Those goblins are like around $1 a piece or less. So yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Anytime you want to compare that to your perfume,
16, 17,
your $200 a bottle perfume, and little tiny bottles too. Little tiny bottles for $200.
Well, I didn't realize Santa was going to tell everybody how much the gifts requested cost. I also gave plenty of other lower end options. If Santa's going to pinch pennies, then that's fine. If he doesn't want
So
me
a
to
stone
smell
keep. Give me
nice,
recommendations for stone keep. Use stone roller on insulation foam. I would possibly like to be able to use the interior. I could use the stone roller on like some Sculpey or something like that. I don't know. I guess if I have Jerry make it, then that's one way I could get out of it. But I'd really rather let's see what's DW going on. What's that DW going on about? I don't want to take it for granted. Oh,
nah, Berkey.
oh, oh, Perky. Oh, oh, Perky.
Painting Rogue Trader
Your
era Space
campaign can start
Marines.
with just hobbitses and can add dwarfs as you go. Yeah, maybe we could do like a whole Fellowship of the Ring campaign or something like that, and have it start with hobbits and then add other characters as it goes
Sure.
along, and something along that lines.
I mean, we wouldn't want
Impinge on a IP.
I mean, if they just happen to have a group of like-minded fellows traveling on the same path.
In a ship, a fellow ship.
Hey,
The
we
Wooden
should.
Fort expansion coming along pretty good. Thank you, sir, Mr. Red Mist. Thank you so much. Hey, I see a Dennis Cross on here. Welcome, Dennis. Mr. Luggage. Very good. Very good. Nay is on here. Mr. Fisher's on here. Good deal. Good deal. Thank you guys so much for joining today. What do you have to say about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I just printed out a set of turtles to try the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle expansion. Well done, sir. Well done. I'm literally taking a break from trying to do about 5 projects at once today and getting nowhere. So much easier to start projects than it is to finish them. Oh, oh, that's the bane of my existence. Um, Green Stuff has them for sale, or you can 3D print one. I guess that's an option too. Painting Rogue Trader era Space Marines. Are those the old Snoopies? Those old Snoopy Nose Space Marines and Impy Guard. Ian Lovecraft's Vikings, Warhammer Fantasy Dwarves, Oathbark Dwarves. Do they mix together? Do the Warhammer Fantasy Dwarves? Maybe the old ones. Maybe the old, like, 1990s or like a 1990s dwarves might mix with the Oathmark, but then they later on they get kind of different. Pulp FBI agents, Irish gangsters. Very cool. Very cool. Next project is the Witcher figures. Boy, you got a lot on your plate, sir. They really don't mix too well. No. If you get into like what was it, like the Iron Breakers and the Longbeards and that sort of stuff, they beautiful, cool looking miniatures, but you know, they definitely had a different style than their older dwarves. What else do we need to go over? So one of the big realizations that I had after the game, actually during the game, on is Sean Hudson on here? I think Sean Hudson's scheduled. You need to reach out to Sean Hudson and find out if he's still ready to play on Sunday, sweetie. Um, is Sean Hudson on here? So one of the big realizations, probably about halfway through the game last week, was, man, do I like having the character cards. That is just so much handier. I hated having to like scoot all those horror effects around. And I thought, I took the easy way. I just threw together the stats on a roster and printed it off, and there I go, I'm ready to go, right? But the character cards work so much better when you're dealing with, who
Attaching.
attaching things. You have a specific spot right there for that character. Um, you have a specific spot right there for that character, so you can attach things on there. If you want to attach, horror effects or plot points or spells or spell effects, so much easier if you have the cards out there to do it with. And I want to remind everybody that the new cards, the new decks, like the core characters deck and stuff like that, they come with the blank backs. So there's really no reason. They just completely blank. It doesn't even have a level or anything on there. So you can completely make the characters that you want. So that's what I'm going to do for this Sunday. I think I'm going to probably I don't have the scenario figured out yet, but I would like to continue with the story that we did last week.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to continue with the story of the Lost Legion and see where that goes. Might be able to expand on the fort a little bit and use it as part of the scenario on Sunday. Not sure yet because I don't know what the scenario is going to be.
Yep.
Yeah. Would you guys like to see that? Would you guys like to see the Romans and the Draugr go at it again? I think that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. What do you guys do? Do you guys use character cards or do you use rosters? I'd like to know what you
Is
guys
DW playing this weekend or is it?
Am I supposed to play this weekend? Is it in December? GW is more cartoonish. Where are you going?
Check the calendar.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll just sit here then with my teeth in my mouth. Since we got somebody else taking.
No, it's Sean Hudson.
Sean Hudson is, I believe, this weekend.
DW is the 3rd of December.
DW, she says you're the 3rd of December. Do you guys go? Do you guys use the character cards, or do you go with the rosters? I'd like to know which way you guys go with that stuff. The green stuff roller, I might give them a try. I might give something like that a try and see if the little roller things are worth it. I use cards for everything. I've made custom ones for some groups. Very cool. Mr. Luggage says he likes the character cards also. Okay. All right. All right. I guess sometimes, I get lazy and just feel like doing a roster, but
I think we always end up regretting it.
yeah, I think so. I almost always end up regretting just not doing the character cards. And because I tell people that you don't have to do the character cards. You could just as easily write it in a notebook. Pulp Alley characters are easy to do, so it's not like you have to do anything really
And you can
special.
write this on a piece of paper, but
Yeah,
cut it out.
yeah. I think it works nice. And that's true. Sometimes I do just use a little piece of paper like this. If I'm just, especially if I'm doing a character that like a follower that
Yeah.
has, is all D6s and has one ability, like the Spurious
Yeah.
from Sunday. He had one die 6 and everything except that he had the armored ability. So
Yep.
easy enough to write it down on something like that. Okay. Do we have anything from anybody? Any questions? Any suggestions? If you have suggestions about a keep that I could use, not something big. I don't want a big castle or anything, but something that would kind of go with this set. I don't know. I'm gonna go look at things from the basement and see if they have anything over there that I can use. All right, everybody. Bessie, anything else to share with boys and girls?
I don't think so.
Join us this Sunday. Gonna have a big game. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody. Hey, I see a Vern. I see a Vern on there.
And a Charlie.
And a Charlie Stout. Thank you guys for joining. Bessie, play us out of here.
Oh, doodle-doo.
Bessie.
Doodle-doo.
Dave.
Doot.